Okay, y'all, I am so excited today. I messed up already. Hey, everyone, this is Kayla. Welcome to Embracing Faith, and this is episode 2. I'm excited today. So now I'm on episode 2, and I'm going to stop right here because I need to keep the momentum going, and I want to make sure that, I get y'all different sides of me, and it might be different tones and different voices because it's just my life is different every single day. Okay. So, welcome to episode number 2, which is titled God Doesn't Need Perfect People. Okay. God doesn't need perfect people because it was times when I thought I had to be perfect before God could use me. And look at me now. I'm so not perfect, so far from perfect, but I'm here, okay? I thought I needed more confidence. I thought I needed some extra knowledge and some more discipline and more faith. But now the older I get, I realize God never used perfect people, okay? He used imperfect people at the end of the day. He used people that is willing and people who is okay with making mistakes and people who doubt. He used people that get scared. He used people who try, people who are even lacking faith, okay? And to be honest, he used all his imperfect people. So you don't always gotta just have the right words and stuff. And honestly, that's what's encouraging me right now, realizing that the whole time all I needed to do was press record. I've been thinking I need to be perfect this whole time. Whole time I didn't even need to be perfect. Okay, because if God only used perfect people, I wouldn't even qualify. I don't even think he would have put this on my desk 3 years ago. If, he was only looking for qualified people. It's been many times in my life where I felt unqualified, in life, period. As a mother, as a business owner, as a woman of faith, it's been so many times I felt like I was unqualified. And then it was moments when I felt like everybody else had it figured out except me, but God never asked for me to have everything figured out. He asked me to just trust him, okay? He asked me to just trust him, and trust look different in every season. You see, this season, trust situation is stepping out on faith, embracing faith, and talking on embracing faith, moving, embracing faith, and getting embracing faith going, because at the end of the day, this is what I do every day. Embrace faith. Sometimes faith just look like taking one small step at a time, even when you don't know what's going to come next. And I think a lot of us just spend too much time focusing on our weaknesses. I know I do. I'm guilty. I'm not even going to lie. I know I'm guilty. But we human, we focus on stuff that we don't know. We focus on stuff we don't have. But we got to keep embracing faith, okay? We can't keep focusing on what we wish was different, because at the end of the day, God is just looking at our willingness. Are you willing to embrace faith and trust me and take that step? And I show you not the way, show you not the way. And I show you the way, I don't need you to be perfect. That's what God says. I don't need you to be perfect. Thank you, God. Thank you. Because I'm so far from it, And I just learned that God can do more with a willing heart, than he can with a perfect plan. Your plan is not going to be perfect. Let me be the one to tell you that. We be wanting it to be perfect, but no, sorry, not gonna happen. And when I quit trying to chase and create my own, here we is, interruption, episode number 2, and someone's calling. Why? I'm trying to actually do what I need to do. I'm trying to record. I'll have to call you back in a minute. It won't be long. My episodes is only gonna be about 10 to 12 minutes, maybe 13 sometime. maybe 9 sometime. But I'm just going to get on here and let it flow and let the podcast roll, you know. I get, like I said, no plan is going to perfectly work out perfectly. There's no perfect plan. I'm sorry. And that's something that I'm still learning today, you know. So I just wanted to say, if you've been feeling unqualified, I just want to remind you this. You do not have to be perfect to start. You do not have to be perfect to grow. You do not have to be perfect to be used. You just have to be willing. And sometimes willingness is enough for God to do those amazing things. I am a walking witness. I am a walking testimony, okay? So just, honestly, like I said, just putting this stuff on pad. Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry. My phone just keep ringing. My phone don't ever ring. Now all of a sudden everyone wants to talk to me while I'm trying to talk on my podcast, okay? That's what I'm saying. It all comes back to this podcast. Like, God is not looking for perfect people. Like, if I wanted this, he don't need perfect people. Or else I wouldn't be on this podcast doing episode number 2 with missed calls keep coming in and text messages keep coming in, and just episode 1 that I honestly did right now on the same day because I wanted to keep it rolling. Someone rang the doorbell. So if you was here for episode number 1, you remember that too. So this all goes with not trying to be perfect. Like, I'm so far from trying to be perfect, and I think that's what get me further in life, okay? Because those times when I was younger and I thought I had it figured out, and I would try to make a plan and write it down and say, I'm going to do this, and that, even with my planner that I love so much that has the time on there to break down everything, I think, like, it still don't work that way. It can give you an idea and the gist of things and stuff like that, but it just, no. Okay, so bear with me. And honestly, that's what I said. These episodes, I don't know exactly how it's going to go. I don't know my timing that it's going to be. I'm just going to let it flow and do what it needs to do, because I don't know if this one's going to be 9 minutes, okay? Because I feel like I said what I need to say. I'm not the type that ramble on too much. You'll learn that I'm not really the type that ramble on. So just talking on these podcasts feels like a ramble on. I do not just sit here and conversate with people, let alone myself. I'm sitting here right now at my desk, conversating with myself. Lord, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Because I said I was never ever going to do this. But at the same time, I said, God, I'll do what it is you need me to do. This is what you want me to do, y'all. I'm here. I did it. Episode 2. Thank y'all for spending this time with me. And remember, God isn't looking for perfection. He's looking for obedience. So do what it needs to do. Okay? I hope this helped y'all. I hope it helps someone, even if it's just one person, even if it's just one viewer and it helped you. Thank you for being here with me. See y'all next time. Well, I won't see y'all. Y'all won't see me. But I look forward to y'all being here next time. Episode number 3. Peace. I had to figure out an outro. Goodness gracious. What if I told you episode number 2 wasn't done? Because God is not looking for perfect people. What if I told you that? Well, I am. Episode 2 is not over. Because I just had to sit and I had to think, you know, just as a woman of faith, it's just been so many times where I gave up or I stopped or I was moving too fast. So I wanted to come back and double back on God not requiring perfect people, because Holy Spirit said, go back. They need more. Okay. They need more, because there's a lot of people that's out here thinking they got to be perfect. A lot of people that is operating in fear right now. So I'm back. Episode number 2. Continue. Okay, so I never had all of this figured out. Like I said, this is just something I had written down in my notepad, on my notebook. I made a notebook. And everything that I'm doing right now, honestly, is not coming from the notebook. It's coming from me, Kayla, right now, today, 2026, okay? Me, Kayla, 2026, okay? So I'm just letting it flow. I'm not even about to like stress about trying to make this perfect or stress about trying to keep the time. Right now, I'm just recording, okay? God asked me to trust him, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trusting him right now. And I honestly just be thinking back, like, not much. I don't know, I'm not the type that sit in the rear view mirror, but I just know there's been so many moments where fear tried to convince me not to move, you know. Fear tried to tell me that I wasn't ready and not qualified. Fear told me I need to wait. But if I listened to fear, I wouldn't have moved here in Georgia, and I wouldn't have started this Embracing Faith podcast, okay? I wouldn't have started my business and opened up my salons, like, and most importantly, I wouldn't be recording this podcast right now today. So the truth is, most of the things God done in my life, honestly, before I was ready, I had to get ready. Okay, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't have the perfect plan. I just took the next step, like right now, and somehow God just continued leading me. Like, he just continued meeting me there. So just keep doing what you're doing. Like, just don't keep sitting on that dream. I need you to take that first step, okay? Because a lot of us spend too much time focusing on what we lack and focusing on what we don't know and what we don't have and just wanting to be different. Meanwhile, God, he not on that. He don't want no perfection. He ain't looking for no full-fledged, high-quality resume, okay? He's not looking at our follower counts and our views or our mistakes. He's just looking at our heart and asking us, like, are you willing? Are you going to do it? Okay? Because he can do a lot with a willing heart. Okay? I'm telling you, I promise. I'm witnessing it and I'm walking in it, you know? And I just want y'all to do that too, because every blessing didn't start with confidence. Like, many of my blessings start with just having obedience. Some of them started with tears. Some started with uncertainty, of course. Like, some started with me just praying. Whew, God, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just moved anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're listening to me today and you've been feeling unqualified, I just want to encourage you that you don't have to know everything, okay? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to wait on that fear to disappear. You just have to be willing to take that next step, trust God, and I promise you, He gonna meet you there because he's always done it for me, and I believe he will do it for you, okay? So now I want to finally wrap up episode number 2 because now my daughter is on the way to the door. So I have to change gears a little bit. So thank you for being here with me, finishing up episode 2 for sure. And remember, God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for willing people, y'all. I had to say it again. Toodles.